guys, salut, welcome back to the Optimus Prime Kitchen Island series. In this episode, we're gonna try to address something that is slightly disgusting. So warning, in this video, I might talk trash. F*** you, F*** you, you motherfucking shit. Like, chill out. I said freaking. Right, so this is Kitchen Island 1. I'm gonna place a trash can this way. And let's just imagine for a second that I've got a nice raw chicken. Slice, slice, slice. Open the trash can, throw it in. Touch, 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 touch. It's so unbiased. Raw chicken bacterias plus trash can bacterias, and they are everywhere. Well, you know what? This very unbiased explanation just have one single goal. Please do not touch the trash can when you are cooking. I just wanted to reinforce the reason why I need a touchless trash can. Okay, so now I've got an excuse. I can do it. So with that in mind, let me introduce you to Kitchen Island number 3. Side A is just gonna be storage, but side B is gonna be a bit more funky. We want the funk, 2 trash cans. The first one, recycling stuff. But the second one is the dirty little wet trash. Because it's dirty and disgusting. I must be able to get them out and in without touching them with my hands. I must be able to take those trash cans out very easily in order to clean them, to sanitize them, and to place them back in without unscrewing things. It must be battery operated. What's the point of making mobile kitchen islands if you've got a big wire? And finally, the whole system must be smart enough that I can, easily tweak the behavior of those moving trash can. I'm very excited. I know I want to work on the electronics, but I'm gonna start with the classic. I'm gonna populate side A with drawers. It's gonna be super quick. So now I've got plenty drawers. They're amazing, blah, 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 blah. Let's work on the other side. These are quite expensive. I'm about to break it. Farewell, smartass, you're about to get savaged. There you go, now it's moving completely freely. So these are coming from the croissant dough sheeter, and they should be just fine to operate the trash cans. Using a piece of wood in between the slider and the trash can to adjust the height, the width, to adjust everything. Ouais, c'est silky smooth. C'est super easy, no resistance at all. That's great, let's move on to basically everything else. Everything is remaining. So I've been playing with this stepper motor plus an Arduino board. Because it's a stepper motor, I can't speed up the motor itself. Instead, I'm gonna replace that driving gear with a bigger one. Okay, let's just print another one. Let's just plug it in and pray. Open up! Damn it! I'm facing a problem because this stepper motor has no torque whatsoever. Hey Ivan, how are you?
I'm fine, you?
I'm good, but I'm struggling with a problem at the moment, and you might be the only person that can help me solve it.
Let's see.
I told you I was using these stepper motors. They might not be the right tool for the job, and you told me you might have a solution for that.
You can use one of these servo motors that can turn all around. So I think with these two would be good.
I don't have to have an external battery as well.
You can just hook one of these and power it straight from the Arduino.
What if I need to use 2 of these?
As long as you don't have to move both at once, you are good.
Thank you so much, man.
My pleasure.
And what are you working on at the moment?
Making a little big tank.
did you 3D printed that?
Yes, 100 hours, 30 kilos of filament, but yes, 3D printed.
Wow. Okay, man.
I'll be here.
Take care, man. Bye-bye. Salut. This servo motor sticks out just enough to make this useless. I had to increase the thickness of that part. This part is basically stuck on this side, so I need to gain a few millimeters. 6 millimeters. Ah, bah voilà. Perfect. Right, so facing yet another problem in this project, and I just realized something that I want to share with you. I feel like the most important ability when you're making anything is not having long, pointy teeth to bite into success. It's more like having a tougher skin to resist like consistent, repetitive failures. That's it, you can go back to the project. A very critical moment because I took the measurement to cut out a piece of my beautiful kitchen island. Let's just get the jigsaw. Let's talk about sensors for a second. I could be using something as simple as a switch, distance sensor, when you wave at it, heat sensors, tilting sensors, light sensors. So obviously I wanted to go for the touchless vibe, just goes waving at something, feels like the future. I can already sense a few unexpected and probably very annoying openings, followed obviously by miserable falls on the floor. I know you want to see that. But I don't, so I'm gonna go for the switch because it just feels more straightforward. So I've got the mechanical part in place. And now I need to work on the software. I'm gonna write something super simple. What should happen would be this should go out in 3, 2, 1. Can it operate a real-life trash can? I've got 2 power drills with me. These 2 are pretty heavy. I'd say 4 pounds maybe, at least. If it moves with them... Still is moving. This is working! Yeah! The first trash can is now in place and I need now to work on the basement, which basically means that I need to replicate everything that I did so far. It should be a tad quicker, hopefully. The sooner I start, the sooner it will be over. I call this the final home stretch. Anyways, you get the point. I'm super pleased with the outcome. I love this bad boy so much. I think this is gonna be an amazing addition to this space. I just want to share with you some of the details of this kitchen island. Power unit. It's a Makita battery, the exact same ones that I use on my power drill. And it's hooked to a USB converter. It has a nice capacity. I've got plenty of these. It's rugged, it's tough. Close it, you're good to go. Now, as I told you, instead of a touchless sensor, I went for real-life switch. These are not the toughest they are, but I can always replace them very easily. Watch out! since this one is made for recycling, I didn't have to put a lid on it. However, for this dirty little wet one, yes, there is. You see? So the bacteria can't fly everywhere. I'm not entirely sure that bacteria fly, but in case they evolve, in case they are the X-Men, well, I'm prepared. I can update the behavior of the trash can to something different. For example, a 2-second stop and going back. Let me show you what I mean. 1, 2. Voila. The coding that I made for this contraption is pretty straightforward. It works like this. When it gets a signal, it's just deciding which would be the best action to perform based on the actual position, the sensors inside which are activated or not. I mean, there are a few variables in play, but overall it's pretty simple and I would say clean, unlike the wiring that I made inside. Have a closer look. So this is the situation inside. I mean, it works fine. I mean, I don't want to stare at it too much, otherwise I might not sleep tonight. I mean, I told you, I'm not the best at electronics. It's gonna be a bit biased, but I want to redo the chicken slicing situation. Got the chicken, bing, it's wrapped in paper. Let me just get this off first. Shook. Slice, 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 pop, pop, pop. All the trash, and then present, done. So basically, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this project as much as I did. It took a bit of effort, I'm not gonna lie. I definitely have to thank Iban Miranda. Check his YouTube channel for the help. He also helped solving a few bits of code. If you have any question about this setup or just understand how Arduino could solve something as well in your kitchen, then please feel free to ask this in the comment down below. I'm sure there are plenty smart folks in this audience, skilled when it comes to electronics and Arduino. Now, for my part, I know that I'm definitely gonna use electronics again in my project because the knob will have to move on its own or would need to have a consistent yet automatic behavior. I will remember this episode. I think it could be a good idea to share the code with you guys, to share also the 3D files. I'm not sure if you need them, but I can always do that because we are family. Anyways, I will catch up with you in the next episode. In the meantime, take care, bye bye. Please keep on thinking outside the box. Salut.